now you're entrepreneurs. Now you've got to think about financing. You've got to think about just-in-time manufacturing. You can't sew these in your bedroom anymore. I mean, you got to find a better way to do that, right? So where are you now with the manufacturing? How do you think about streamlining, financing, distributing, et cetera, et cetera?
It's an ever-evolving process. I think every day we learn something new about it. Every year we try to evaluate what we can improve on, and we get together and we strategize how we can make it better for ourselves and for the folks that want to order one next year. And so we've transitioned from making them in Alex's spare bedroom in his house to having professional sewing teams in North Carolina working on them, which is so humbling and exciting. And I think every year.
In what way?
To have humbling and exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just I think to have this idea that when we first set it up, it was just for us and people were excited about it. And I think we call Dane our Chiefworrier because he's always like, we have to convince him that this is a good idea.
So he's the foil you have to sell against?
Yeah, exactly. In some ways, yeah. And so I think it's just like coming from, not planning to be here and then for so many people to love it. Whenever I go to visit our sewers in Asheboro, it's just so cool to see these people working so hard on something that like we've had a part in building.
Dane's really funny. He says about what you're talking about. Like, we basically change everything and do everything different every year. But what you described is like the essence of the challenge, our challenge as entrepreneurs, just figuring all that stuff out.
Well, are you surprised? So Dane, since I called you the Chiefworrier, and it says that on your website, actually, I'm a little surprised. Well, I mean, what do you worry about? I mean, you got some momentum here. It's not like this hasn't been a popular product.
We do. I think it's just a kind of drive to like never be satisfied. We always want to improve, whether it is like from the product itself, whether it's just being mindful and thoughtful of the user experience, how we work with small business owners for retail stores and so forth. So I think it's just always trying to like not just be satisfied with where we are, but try to think, one or two or three steps ahead.
What? It's an easy question, and it sounds almost leading, but not that you wouldn't be, but really think about this one. What surprised you the most when you started and now? Can be a worry, could be a positive surprise, but what didn't you see coming here? Anything?
All of it. It's been such a wild ride to think that, we've started a few years ago in Alex's house with a sewing machine that a friend brought to us. We didn't know how to sew and had to teach ourselves how to sew. So to think that we are now like on the verge of leading this business forward for a product that we didn't even know how to make when we first started, it's kind of hard to fathom, I think.
It's everything. It's the response that we've gotten to it, from folks that have one. You can't believe how many folks have wanted to buy one from us. And we have a drone video from Emerald Isle over this July 4th. That's just unbelievable for us to see this beach where we grew up.
With the number of these out there?
And just the number, one after the other, like you said.